What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great, finally freaking Friday. The weekend is here, man, and we're one step closer to being in the NFL season. Just finished my live stream. Shout out to Game Time Brian joining in on the show and stuff. And we were talking about, shout out to Law Nation and crew with the interview with Terence Williams. Incredible insight from Terence Williams, who basically said when they bring in a garbage ass play, Tony Romo would change the play and so on. And maybe Dak needs to be more like that. But you know what's kind of crazy is, besides the Eagle fans, and let me make something clear. Let me explain something too. And I keep trying to do this, but for some reason, Eagle fans feel that they are entitled to come into a Dallas Cowboys chat and just come in and defecate all over the place. Just come in and cause havoc. This is not your typical Dallas Cowboy YouTuber. You know, most people are a lot younger, you know, in their 20s and 30s and stuff. I'm in my late 50s. Most of my audience are older people. We're actually trying to have a real conversation. If your whole goal is to come in and show your ass, grab assing and stuff, and being a distraction, then by all means, you will get put in timeout. You just will. You're distorting the flow and ruining it for other people. And if that is all you have, then you're not welcome in there. Just not. If you got a take and you want to have, I mean, it's fine to come in and say, you know, the Cowboys suck and this, that, and the other. But if you're just going to spam the channel, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. There's plenty of places you can go do that stuff with you. And by all means, why don't you hang out with Eagle fans on an Eagle channel where you guys can go around and have conversations together and tell each other how great you are and have people agree with you. We are not going to agree with you, Eagles, that you are the greatest team in history. Okay? Unfortunately, if you want to get recognized, the way you get recognized or you get publicity is trash the Cowboys. Just trash the Cowboys. Just say something that's really off the wall and say the Cowboys, you know, they've got no chance in the world against the San Francisco 49ers because they're running plays from 2015 and, you know, play calling is an issue. Kellen Moore was a genius. It's like, wait a minute. We're talking about Steve Young. How do you say Kellen Moore's a genius, but they're running plays from 2015 when Kellen Moore was the one calling the plays and doing the offense? And then you turn around and say Mike McCarthy, like Mike McCarthy just fell off the salad truck. That Mike McCarthy, you know, play calling, you know, it's going to be just terrible. Mike McCarthy sucks ass. But see, here's the thing that's kind of crazy. Is the narrative that you get out there when it comes to the Cowboys. Vegas has the Cowboys as underdogs in only 5 games this year so far. And I look at the team and say, this team is evolving, okay? With inferior talent, they still were a playoff team and contended. I will say that the Cowboys overachieved last year with some of the guys that they had on the team and the amount of youthful players. You had guys who did not have experience. Your starting left tackle was a rookie still wet behind the ears. Left tackle, because your starting left tackle tore his hamstring off the bone before the season started. Your number 2 wide receiver was recovering from an ACL and didn't start till the middle of the season and was never quite right. A guy who should have been a 4th or 5th wide receiver was basically your number 2. Your running back, who was older, hyperextended his knee in the middle of the season. All of these things, and of course Tony Pollard breaking his ankle against the 49ers, are mitigating circumstances. Terrence Steele being lost in the middle of the season. All of these things added up to the point where you can't just look and say, it's just the quarterback. How about it's all these guys who are injured and not there any longer? But be that as it may, this misnomer about Mike McCarthy, and that Mike McCarthy, is an idiot. I want to give you some numbers here. Current coaches in the NFL, playoff wins. Bill Belichick leads everybody by far with 31 wins. Number 2, Andy Reid with 20. Again, between Andy Reid and Bill Belichick, there's this much space. Between Andy Reid and everybody else, there's this much space. At 11, that's the next. At the number 3 spot of coaches that are out there right now with their playoff wins. Pete Carroll has 11. Well, okay, he went to 2 Super Bowls. That sounds about right. Jim Harbaugh, who's won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, he's got 11, right? Also, with 11 wins, 11-10 record, is Mike McCarthy. After that, you've got Sean Payton with 9. You have Mike Tomlin with 8. Sean McVay, the boy wonder, with 5. And Kyle Shanahan with 5. That's the list. And in the history of football, of all of the coaches that have coached, Mike McCarthy sits in the 10th spot in playoff wins. You can say what you want about Mike McCarthy, but I don't recall 12-5 back-to-back seasons with Jason Garrett, with Wade Phillips, with Bill Parcells. I don't. And the fact that the worst season he had, losing his quarterback for the majority of it, 6-10. He is 30 wins, 20 losses. A .63 win percentage. That's really good in the NFL. So this whole narrative that Mike McCarthy's an idiot, the fact that Mike McCarthy has been able to be here and be successful with Jerry Jones sells a hell of a lot too. And maybe, just maybe, we ought to get off his back. And I dare say Mike McCarthy having 11 playoff wins might be a better call than Kellen Moore, who still does not know how to coach and call plays in the playoffs. There's situational football. There's time to throw, and there's a time to kind of be conservative. And unfortunately, Kellen Moore does not know the difference between the two. And back to that video where Terence Williams is basically saying, we had a lot of plays that were ass that were called. Tony Romo fixed that shit. He saw something different that's going on. And fortunately, changed that shit up and made big plays. Now, Jason Garrett admitted such, because when you think about, it doesn't always work. Because the catch, no catch could have been an incredible play, but it was 4th and 1. He had the NFL leading rusher right there. There was a lot of time on the clock, and the prudent thing might have been to run the football, get the first down, get the first down, and eat up clock to keep Aaron Rodgers from having time with the ball. But nobody's perfect out there. I just think you need to give Mike McCarthy a chance. Mike McCarthy has done an incredible job with this team. With the hand that was dealt to him, taking over for Jason Garrett. So Angelica Barron, you need your fix of the red brick house. Well, I will be going back there tomorrow. And I can't wait to get back there. I've been actually here doing some work in the workshop. Almost had my skull cracked in today, but I found out I still have cat-like reflexes when I need them. Literally. Putting together this thickness sander, drum sander, and the power head on it's about 200 pounds, and it almost fell on my head, but I was able to catch it. So I guess I'm not as weak as I thought I was. But, or maybe the spirits of the red brick house were looking out for me and saying, you can't go just yet. You're not finished with this place. Whatever it was, I'm thankful for it. But just like that 200 pounds, had I not caught it, could have been lights out for me. And in which case I wouldn't be here right now. And what I said last night would have really been relevant, because it might have been the last time I told you guys I love you. So make sure you tell the people you love them. Freak things happen, and tomorrow's not guaranteed. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And give Mike McCarthy a chance. All we are saying, give Mike McCarthy a chance. All we are saying, give Mike McCarthy a chance. Good night, people.